Who are India's true friends?
No friends. No friends.
Not even Russia.
Well, we have walked away from Russia, it looks like. These Gen Z protests typically have underlying patterns.
But Gen Z is angry everywhere all the time.
You tap into that anger, right? Gen Z is
Right.
typically frustrated, lost, clueless, angry, all that.
Yeah.
So you tap into that. I admire China for this. They know how to play the narrative game.
Yeah.
They know how to play the war, the propaganda war.
And they've developed the bloody place.
They developed the place. What is India doing? Government of the US has a contract with Anthropic. They use Anthropic for military purposes. Anthropic says that we are not okay with you using this to autonomously kill human beings. There were Gen Z protests in Bangkok a couple of years ago.
Correct.
Which
Yeah.
came out of nowhere and also disappeared into nowhere. It was into thin air. So these things can be unleashed on demand.
Yeah.
And they can also be switched off on demand.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a pattern the Americans have perfected.
Yeah.
Look, in geopolitics, there are no real friends. It's all allies and adversarial relationships, and everything is kind of in flux. Everything is kind of temporary. I mean, India kept Russia afloat after the Ukraine war by purchasing so much Russian oil, so that Russia doesn't become completely dependent on China. And India saved Russia at the time. But now, India has walked out of this. Why has the government of India never bothered to play the game? Why doesn't India have a propaganda outlet like the BBC, like the CNN, like the CCTN? Every nation has these things. India has nothing. In 1947, India had Asia's most powerful navy, most powerful air force, most powerful land-based military. We were Asia's number one superpower. At the time, China was in ruins. Japan was in ruins. India was the preeminent Asian power.
Yeah.
And we let it all go to the dogs.
Yeah.
But it looks like the government of India now needs US approval to do certain things.
Right.